Everyone in the neighborhood thinks I'm the crazy pool mom. 2 weeks ago, crazy is the only reason my son is alive. To explain why I'm like this, I have to go back to when I was 15. My cousin Marcus was 14, and our family spent every July at the same lake. He was a decent swimmer. That's the part people never understand. On the last afternoon of vacation, with a dozen people on the shore and music playing, he slipped off a floating dock maybe 40 feet out. Nobody heard anything. There was no yelling, no splashing, none of the movie stuff. A neighbor finally noticed his head bobbing low and quiet, and by the time the adults reached him, too much time had passed. He didn't make it. For years, what haunted me most wasn't grief. It was that I'd been sitting on the beach the entire time, facing the water, eating chips. I was looking right at the lake while it happened. I learned later that drowning is almost always silent, that a struggling swimmer can't wave or call out, that it looks like nothing at all. Nobody had ever told us that. We were kids surrounded by adults, and not one person there knew what drowning actually looks like. Then I grew up, got married, had Owen, and when he was 4, he wriggled out of sight at a crowded hotel pool for maybe 20 seconds, and I found him clinging to the ledge in the deep end, eyes huge, completely mute. 20 seconds. That night, something in me locked into place, because I understood the thing most parents never let themselves sit with. When it goes wrong in the water, it goes wrong silently, and the person positioned to notice is almost never you. It's whoever happens to be looking. So I became that mom. Swim lessons until Owen was genuinely strong, obviously, but that was the easy part. The real system was for everyone else. Any kid who swam with my son got my talk first. 5 minutes every time. Drowning is silent. Here's what it actually looks like. Low head, tilted back, no sound. If you see it, you scream one specific word, emergency, so nobody thinks you're playing. You throw something that floats. You reach with something long. You never ever swim out yourself. And at every pool party or lake day, I ran the watcher system. One person wears a bright orange lanyard and does nothing but watch the water for 15 minutes, no phone, then passes it on. Adults included, especially adults. The eye rolling was constant. Other mothers exchanged looks when the lanyard came out. One dad asked if I planned to let the kids have any actual fun. My husband loves me, but even he said I was reliving something instead of parenting. And Owen, once he hit 11, was mortified. Mom, nobody else's parents do the speech. Everybody already knows how to swim. Kids at school called it the safety seminar. Last summer, before his best friend Caleb's lake birthday party, Owen begged me, actually cried, to just drop him off like a normal parent. My husband backed him up. I stood in my kitchen feeling like the warden of my own family. I did the talk anyway in Caleb's driveway, both boys dying of embarrassment, and afterward, I sat in my car and seriously asked myself if it was time to stop. He was almost 12. He was a strong swimmer. Maybe I was handing him my nightmare like an heirloom. I came very close to retiring the lanyard. 2 weeks ago, same lake, end of summer party. 15 kids, inflatables everywhere. Parents grilling with their backs to the water. Owen dove off a paddleboard, came up wrong, took water into his throat and went silent, exactly the way it happens. Head low, body vertical, 10 feet from a floating mat and unable to make a single sound. Later, he told me his arms just stopped answering him. Caleb was on the dock. Caleb, who'd endured the driveway speech 11 times. He told the paramedics he saw Owen's head tilt back and knew in 1 second because that's the picture from the talk. He screamed emergency, which cut through the music precisely because it wasn't a normal word. He shoved the paddleboard across the water to Owen instead of jumping in, kept pointing at him without looking away so the adults could find him instantly, and had someone's father in the water within moments. The lifeguard-trained EMT who checked Owen said the boy's response was faster than most adults manage. Total time underwater, seconds, not minutes. Because a 12-year-old recognized silence. In the car, wrapped in a towel, my son leaned his wet head on my shoulder and said, "Caleb heard your voice in his head. That's what he told me. I'm keeping the lanyard."